So welcome, ladies, to the In Sync show. It's our first client spotlight. And I have Heather Roose, Director of Sales at Wingspread Executive Retreat and Conference Center. Welcome to the show, Heather.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't realize I was the first. I'm excited.
Yes, in our first series. So we're super excited about having you on. We love you and the crew at Wingspread. And part of this new series, I'm actually going to have my partner, Susan Tucker, the science here at Lura Agency, to guide this conversation. So, Susan, take it away.
Thank you so much, Cory. Again, thank you, Heather, for joining us today. We have been working together for quite a while, and some of these questions, maybe you have to do far reach, but we would love to learn a little bit more about your experience of working with us, and we appreciate your time to share. And I have a couple questions.
Sure, absolutely.
Let's jump in. All right. Before we started working together, what challenge did the sales team at Wingspread have?
So the program started in 2018, and it was basically this property was run by Pyramid Global as just a food and beverage program. They didn't even have sales. So the whole program was new. So nobody knew anything about it. So I would say the biggest challenge was, who is this? Where is this place? Who are they? And what are they up to and all that stuff? So it was more of a, hey, let's get the word out that we've opened this beautiful meeting center and let people know who we are and what we do. So that was the biggest challenge. And they didn't have a sales team and they didn't have a marketing team. It was just a handful of people that started this project from the ground up. I would say that was it. Yeah.
Great. I guess that would be a pretty big challenge, getting the whole word out. I know that the whole new extra thing that you guys have to offer. And Cory had visited the property several years before that. Cory?
I did. What an experience that we had. We actually had a branding session there in property, I think 2017. I was there, and I still have fond memories of just walking around the amazing grounds and obviously the architecture. But most importantly, the team there was just so warm, so inviting. It was an incredible experience. Y'all got it going on there at Wingspread.
And I can say that most of the team that you met with, Cory, is probably still here.
Yep.
Because for someone who I will be celebrating 2 years in April, I'm still new. There's people here that have been here 20 plus years. Our chef is 30 plus years. So that's a testament to the magic that we call Wingspread.
Yeah. And by the way, that was revealed beautifully in that team video. Actually, Susan put together for you guys. And you could tell that the level of enthusiasm, passion, and just high level service and touch points there at Wingspread. So kudos to the team.
I love that video. It's the best piece professionally I've done in a long time, even before here. So
Wow.
Yeah, and I played it for our staff. We had a big meeting last week, our kickoff to the year meeting, and they were all like, oh my gosh, that was so good, Heather. Thank you. So it went a long way internally, and we've gotten a ton of views externally.
That is awesome. And I will just do a little plug here. If you're watching this video on YouTube, we will link to that video that we're talking about meeting the team at Wingspread, because you can absolutely see the passion come through of what you guys have on property. So thank you for letting us be a part of putting that all together. So it was definitely a group effort. So
yes.
Cool. All right, let's move on. When you decided to partner with Lura Agency, I know that we started working with you all before you came on board, but what were you guys hoping for us to help you navigate or unlock?
So I wrote down a few things that I was thinking that maybe they were thinking about. I just keep coming back to the who are we, what's our story, and getting the word out. You guys are so good at being in touch with the industry, being on the pulse of the industry. So you're really good guides on hey, this is who you should talk to get your word out of who you are. And you help craft that message. It's not an identity crisis, but when you just open up, you're like, who are we? We can feature staff and everything, but every property has a story. And I think that they were looking to you guys to help guide not only where to put that story out, to be on the pulse of what people want to hear, but help with the crafting of that story.
Yeah. Yeah, and that just speaks to what we were talking about earlier, is like the Meet the Team video and really showcasing the heart of the property. It's been so fun to be able to do that. Great. I love that.
The other thing that they didn't have was email marketing. And works. They had a salesperson, but they didn't have someone gathering leads and doing that first vetting process of, you guys have that awesome portal with the rating system. When it's so easy to pop in and say, oh, this is a 68, this is a 30, this person spent time, this one didn't. And it helps you guide your focus of where you want to be with leads. And to a salesperson who doesn't have a director and is just starting out and is working in this reactionary type position, just taking stuff, like, your system is really helpful and help maybe guiding which way to go. If our website, for example, is getting looked at by a lot of nonprofits, then maybe we focus energy there, or that kind of a thing. So you're really good with helping with the lead portal. I actually go in your lead portal about once a week.
That's amazing. Yeah. And so you're referring to the lead scoring that we have within the CRM that we use for you guys. It's so cool. And we're so glad that you're using it, because there's so many properties that don't take advantage of it. And certainly there's a lot of properties that don't even know about this kind of technology that people can use to see what prospects are doing on your website, so you can see what their intent is. So you can be like, oh, they visited the sales page 4 times this past week, maybe I should reach out to them. So it's great intel for any sales team. So I'm glad that you guys are taking advantage of that.
Yeah, and just a little bit of follow up there. I don't think many hotels really understand how much value and how much low-hanging fruit is in their list. Traditionally, people just go straight to Delphi or their sales and catering system, add their contacts there, and then they sit there and collect dust until somebody raises their hand for an RFP. But as we all know, staying top of mind each month is at the forefront. And it's not some kind of secret potion or secret sauce, so to speak, but just engage with your prospects and be able to send that touch point. There's just so much value in that. And then naturally that activity is adding to the lead score, which keeps your proactiveness going on turnkey.
And as a director of sales for a small property, I get pulled in a lot of different directions. I do MOD shifts. I'm doing some marketing stuff. I did the website, and lead prospecting can get shelved. And with you guys sending out a monthly, reminding us we need to send out a monthly, you call it a touch point email, that it keeps us top of mind without me really having to do anything. Like, you help us when we pick the content or what we want to speak about, but that would totally just be like pushed to the back burner. Oh, I'll send it tomorrow. I will forget because I'll be pulled in some other direction or in this meeting or that meeting. So that is super valuable to me to help with my time management and keeping our prospects, keeping that little buzz in the ear. Oh, there's Wingspread again. Oh, there's Wingspread again. But it's a good thing because there's a lot of noise out there to get lost in.
Yeah, it's about building that relationship. And it's not always about pushing the sale. It's about, hey, we published this article about how to run a cool meeting. We thought you might find it of interest. So then we keep everybody engaged. They don't unsubscribe, which is fantastic.
We get very few unsubscribes. Most of the bounces we get, I feel, are just people that leave their position, maternity leaves, or please contact this person. No, I don't feel like we have a huge unsubscribe because we don't always do a hard sell.
It's funny. That is some of the secret sauce there. You just hit it right on the head, is that you don't always have to be selling. The whole ABC concept that is thrown out when you continue to send prospects or contacts helpful, insightful, educational content, the sales will follow. You don't even really need to do the ask. It's because you're always there as a helpful resource. Naturally, they're going to reach out to you because they feel trust and they feel some sort of familiarity there. And I think a lot of people come in hot and heavy, and then the unsubscribes come and suddenly you've lost that connection.
Yeah.
It's true. And if I may add a little more onto that, you guys have a 48% open rate and a 25% click rate. And we're always pushing for 25 and 5. So y'all are like double, quadrupled, quintupled. I don't know. We're good. We're good,
yeah.
Which is fantastic. So that's good. It works. Awesome. So my next question, I think, is a little bit like the last question, so we may want to skip this one. I'm not sure. I'll just say it. Since working together, what has changed in how Wingspread tells its story, attracts the right audience, or shows up internally?
Whenever I say I have a marketing email and I want to do a video, everybody scatters. They're like, oh God, Heather wants us to be on video again. But no, on a more serious note, you have helped us. It's just in the time I've been here, helped us define what our story is. Like, we're focusing on who we are and what we do. It's not just, hey, we got to get the word out We're not really that new of a property. We're still under 10 years old, but we're defining our story and our message. And we tell the story better with you guys because I think I mentioned it earlier. You're on the pulse of what people want to see. And you guys are like, no, horizontal video, 2 minutes. Don't, I don't want to see an empty ballroom, Heather. I don't want to see that. So having people that are out doing the marketing, but we don't have a marketing team. I'm a small property. I have very tools at my disposal with Pyramid because I don't have the budget for them. Pyramid has an array of tools. I just don't have the budget for it. And having you guys out doing that market research for us is really valuable because it just helps us in the way of honing in on what we do really well that will stick out to people because that's what the people are interested in or what they want to hear.
Yeah.
That's from my experience, what you guys have done for us.
That's awesome. I love hearing that. So freeing you up to do the other things that keeps pulling you in the other directions and helping people get more comfortable on video. So that's great.
If I'm getting there.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Let's switch things up a little bit. What would you say that clients and guests consistently tell you surprises them most about hosting an experience at Wingspread?
So this is a good question because I thought about it and I had a few things and I was going to rattle off the industry, what the industry wants to hear. But I went back to a couple of our old surveys and the people always talk about how well taken care of they feel when they leave. There's this sense of family here. And we have an 80% repeat group percentage, which is huge. We're the highest rated. We have the highest ADR of any hotel in Milwaukee County or Racine County. We're almost at $300 a night. And people come back time after time, quarter after quarter, because they feel well taken care of. And small meetings have a tendency to get lost in big hotels. We're a small hotel who only takes 1 or 2 meetings at a time. And we are open because we have business. If we don't have business, we're not open. So the 100% of the effort and attention of our staff goes to the people and they notice it. So it's a very special feeling when you're at Wingspread. I think that's what we mean when we say the magic of Wingspread. There's the nature, people go on a nature walk and they'll see the deer and they'll mention that. But it's really, they just say, and they mention staff by name in this, because we send surveys out and they're always mentioning someone, whether it's the driver, breakfast server, whether it's the CA who helped tweak the team's presentation or whatever. Like they're always mentioning people's names. Yeah,
Wonderful.
really, really nice. Yeah.
So it's a boutique property with a bespoke experience and people love it.
Yeah. Where else can you go where we create the menu based on your dietary restrictions?
Mhm.
Like we don't hand you a menu and say, pick chicken, please. And then they're like, we have people that don't eat beef. What am I going to do? Everything's curated. Your experience is curated by us for you. So there's very few places you can go that do that.
And I'll add, don't you have your own garden that you pull food from? And then the honey that's there, there's so many.
Oh, yeah. And I've got a whole bunch of honey products I just ordered. We're doing a winter amenity with lip balm and hand cream and stuff made with honey. Wisconsin I moved up here from Florida and it's so natural here and you really can find products year round. So like we feature winter vegetables with our menus because we keep it seasonal. And even though it's cold outside sometimes, we can still do that. And with a small property, I don't know, it's just really special. You're just not going to get it a lot of places. And people can take a moment to breathe. The Johnson Foundation they've been doing meetings here since the 1960s, but they're very keen on building, and we're talking about white space a lot. This has been coming up a lot. And one of the things that during meetings, we help people with their agendas and we say, take 15 minutes and let people get up and walk outside. Or even if they want to walk outside and use their phone, they've taken that 15-minute breather where when they come back, they have a little bit more focus. We have so much nature to look at. Of course, you want to go outside. But we do really just every detail of the meeting we take care of specifically for that group. I haven't worked at a property where there's that much attention to it.
I hope to get to experience it someday. It sounds so
better.
Yeah.
Win Hotel of the Year twice.
That's amazing.
Without that.
So amazing. We're happy to be a part of that too. Cool. Awesome. Last question. Anything else to share, either about Wingspread or about working with us? Anything else that you would like to leave us with?
No, but I will thank both of you. I've known Cory from past positions, but you don't really know somebody, and I appreciate the pushing. You guys push us to think outside the box and to do things that we don't like. Sometimes I'm questioning it. I'm like, what the heck were they talking about? I am not. Okay, I'll do it. I'll try it. I'll see. So thank you for the little bit of the push, like that we wouldn't have, because we are in our own little bubble here, and you can get caught into, we do it well, so we're just gonna keep doing it. So you guys help to give that little push to think a little bit bigger, and that's very helpful.
He does that for me too. So.
It comes around full circle. So we appreciate, thank you so much for that candidness. Yeah, because sometimes there's a fine line too, right? Times when you feel like it's just too much. We'll call it encouragement, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is. And it's constructive criticism in a way. It's not criticism. I don't know that there's a lack of a better, but it's constructive to the point where it's, if you just tweak this just a little bit, it would be so much better. That coming full circle, the Meet the Team video, I had to give nudges to the staff to do it. And then when they watched the finished product and seeing them loving it, that's when it's, okay, we did it right. I'm so glad you guys said, let's do this. And I'm still working on the sizzle reel. I'm trying to get that for you.
That was definitely a fun project. So I just hope for more of our clients to take advantage of that. Like, we use you guys as an example of, you can just step into your courage a little bit and trust. We can create something really awesome together. So
yeah, for sure.
Cool. I think I don't have any more questions. Cory, do you have any more questions for?
No, I just want to tell you, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us and sharing your experience. And most importantly, sharing more about Wingspread and your amazing team there, because I think that's one thing that I think a lot of hotels and resorts are missing out. They all have lots of great bricks and mortar buildings, thread counts, amenities, dining, but they're really missing out on the team. The team is who delivers the experience at the end of the day. And you just underscored that, because you said most of the positive comments mentions a particular person and not that the porte cochere looked fantastic when we were driving in. So thank you for that. I think if more hotels leaned into their team and their staff, I think they would find that it really resonates with potential planners and those that want to come hang at their venue.
Every hotel has like this underworld. If you're up here in this gorgeous room overlooking Lake Michigan or the ocean, but underneath all that, it's like a city of people. There's laundry, there's culinary, there's valets, there's people taking out the trash. And every single one of those people is just as important as the next.
Absolutely.
But that whole world up there would not exist without the world.
That's a really good point. That's actually the real foundation. It's not necessarily the cement or the concrete that's the foundation. It's actually the support staff and the team underneath to make it all happen.
So good.
Sure.
Wonderful. Thank you so much again for spending a few minutes with us on In Sync, our first client spotlight. And
thank you for having me.
We love our conversations, and hopefully we can do it again soon. So thank you so much for sharing your experience with us, and we'll chat with you soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, Heather.
Bye.
Take care.